Hola, yo soy Ellis, me llamo Ellis, and today we're gonna be making black beans and chorizo. And if you don't want chorizo, you don't have to have it. But we usually make it on top of rice, and it's a Cuban dish, and it's usually a side dish that people make in in Cuba and other places around the world, Spain and Spain and other countries too. And here are some of the ingredients you'll probably need. You have oil, olive oil. You have chorizo. This is diced chorizo. It's not a full chorizo sausage. This is garlic, 2 cans of black beans, tomatoes, diced tomatoes, and the black beans are also drained. And we have this type of like Spanish style seasoning. It's called tajin. It's very good. And we have black pepper and cumin. And so I'm just gonna turn on the stove real quick. And the first thing we're gonna do basically is we're gonna put in the olive oil, and that's pretty good. And I don't really know how much to put in. I'm not sure if that was a little too much or not, but it's okay. I've never made this before, but I'm getting there. And then we want to just pour in the chorizo. And that's it. I don't really know what to say. And then we want to put in the garlic. This is like, obviously garlic is usually like a vegetable sort of thing where you have to slice it like a root, but this is just standard like diced garlic in a tube, and you don't have to slice it or anything. So I don't necessarily know how much I need. And we want to stir this and wait for it for a little while before we put the other food in. Yeah, and you want it to get brown and like just become better. I'll say that later. So while we're waiting, this is like a traditional like Cuban dish, as I said, and in Cuba it's called something completely different. It's called frijoles negros, I believe, which it means just what's it called, black beans. And because the chorizo is kind of like a side dish. The most important thing we're making is the black beans because it's like from Cuba, and chorizo is also a Spanish food, so I guess it kind of fits into this. And this can be made with like a lot of other things. Like, for example, we're probably gonna make a steak with it to go as a side. This is a side, not the steak, but yeah, we're probably gonna make that. And while I'm stirring it and waiting for it to heat up, it's gonna start popping like this, which is loud, but it's happening. And then now, since it's somewhat better, you can start putting the black beans in. It's getting loud, but who knows? That's all I can really do at this point. Stir it. And we want to... After we put these in, we just want to keep stirring it. And there's a lot of stirring in this involved.
Tomato.
And now we can also put in the tomatoes. Again, the black beans are drained, but whatever. Of course, you don't have to have this with tomatoes. It's just a little touch to the flavor. Yeah, these are also diced tomatoes, diced jelly tomatoes, and you see it's starting to simmer down and not like pop all over the place. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. And yeah, it's just a lot more stirring from here.
That's it.
It's pretty much over after this. Just stir, and you want to season with all your spices. How much? Yeah, it's a lot of seasoning.
Okay.
That specific seasoning I was using is pretty strong, and it's pretty spicy. So if you don't want a spicy taste, I'd recommend you just do regular salt. But that's a type of Spanish salt.
Sure.
So that's the pepper, and this is the cumin. And we're pretty much done. We're just gonna wait, turn the stove a bit higher, and just wait it out and let the food cook. That's all we have to do pretty much. Let me stir it a bit more. And there's not a serve it over rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not a lot much more you have to do here really. You can I said this earlier, but you can serve it over rice and other foods. You can serve it with other foods. You can just serve it alone if you really want to. You put it in a burrito, put it in a taco, put it in any assortment of food. Black beans are just like a really good like variety food. It's really healthy. It has a lot of protein, a lot of good nutrients in it, and especially with some of the other stuff we put in there. Now I guess not the spicy stuff if you don't want it, but a lot of the other stuff is also really healthy. So it's a good meal. It's not hard to make. It's pretty easy. It's pretty fast, and yeah, you can do it really quickly. It's a good experience for you out there if you want to create and become more skilled with cooking. And even I can do it, and I don't cook. Sometimes I cook, but yeah, this is pretty much it. And I'll get a few shots of it boiling again, but that's pretty much it. Like you're not really doing anything more. So thank you for watching, and you wanna wait like a few more minutes for it to be done, and it'll start bubbling eventually, and then you're ready to eat, and you can have it over whatever you want. So that's the last shot of it. Enjoy, and I'd like to thank you all for coming here and watching me be back.